Hi guys! Thank you so much for stopping by. This sun, so beautiful. How can I? Oh, there you go. Thanks for stopping by, for your thumbs up and your subscriptions. I really appreciate it. This video will be mental training for musical theater actors, but not only. It actually is for all the people who deal with stage fright. And I thought to focus on 3 things, 3 points that can help you. 3 plus 1. Because the 0 point and the actual foundation on like entering the stage and doing anything is preparation. So I thought that's given. That's like you've got to know about, you know, you're being prepared before, unless you do improv, which is great. I love improv. But you still need to know some rules of that. And anyway, not about that today. So the 3 things, with bearing in mind that preparation, one thing that is important is managing your cortisol, knowing that your cortisol actually shoots up in the first 20 seconds of the exposure, and knowing that drinking water and drinking some maybe herbal tea, maybe chamomile tea, because I've heard for some water dries their throat, so it maybe depends on how you think about it. And I should look here. Anyway, these videos, my videos, are not about perfection, are about moving forward and making progress. Drinking water, deep breaths, and this actually helps with the oxytocin. I like having someone to hug before going on stage, a good friend or a close one. So that's my 3rd point of managing cortisol, or actually raising in oxytocin. That would be one thing with the cortisol. 2nd one, imagination. This is such a strong tool. You can imagine that whatever you have to do on the stage, like it already happened, it's successful. The more details you imagine, the better, because the more true the imaginative scene will be to your brain, to your mind, and what you have to know, and what you probably know or maybe don't, now you know, is that your brain doesn't distinguish between what you imagine and what's the reality. This is why it's so crucial not to imagine that whatever bad things can happen on the stage. Just don't imagine that. Don't focus on that. Quiet the inner voice. I'm doing too many. I'm giving you too much advice, so I should just focus on the 3. So with the preparation being the foundation, the first one would be managing the cortisol. And let's say there are 3 steps to managing the cortisol. Drink water, take deep breaths, and when you're waiting in the wings, you can also do this when you do this and release, because you tell your muscles, show your muscles actually, that they can relax. Oh, remember the first steps, the first lyrics, whatever the first things you have to do on the stage, remember that. Because after the 20 seconds, cortisol lowers, the level of cortisol lowers, so, and different hormones, different ones kick in, and they help us. So that's cool. That's one thing. Remember that how you see the stage fright. If you see the stage fright as destructive, as something that can damage the performance, and that it's nothing good, then you've got to switch your thinking from that to the symptoms of the stage fright actually preparing you for success. Your body is actually preparing you, because it's fight or flight, for fight, but you don't have to fight. You can use everything that's in your body prepared for that to perform better. So realizing that helps me to change my stage fright into the excitement. Basically, your brain doesn't know if what you imagine is true or not, and doesn't distinguish the difference between the reality and imagination. So if you imagine something, you imagine it long enough before you have a concert or whatever else, you imagine that it's a success, it actually has, it's more probable that it's gonna be, because your mind feels like you've already done that. Imagination. And the third, if you need, have something or someone. I'd have both. Something, meaning a song, a picture, that helps remind you of a bigger meaning behind everything that you do. It helps focus your attention on serving. So it's not about ego, it's not about you, it's about the people, or whatever works for you. And I've got a story about that. There was a really stressful audition that I was going to. And I remember just before entering the room, I was so super stressed. I was so super stressed. And then the guy behind me, he asked me, why am I here? And he took me off the zone of being stressed. And normally I'm focused, but this was clearly so important for me that I was about to ruin that. So he asked me, and I started talking to him, and I started saying like how much I enjoy what I do and why. And it really helped me, because he helped me to remind myself of why it really matters. And I remember I entered feeling so much better, with warmth in my heart. So I'm super grateful to this day. Anyway, that's a very short story, because I've got to edit that video. So I'm trying to keep it short. That's that. I'm always tempted to go into details, and then the videos are like 20. Thank you for your time, your attention. I hope I brought you some value with this. It's gonna help you turn the stage fright into excitement. These are not all the things that I do, but these are all the things I'm gonna say to you for today. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for sharing this time with me today or tonight. I hope it's helpful. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up for a little support, and you can subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when the next video comes up. And let me know in comments below, how do you like these videos on mental training for musical theater actors mainly, but not only. What is it that you do that helps you maybe turn the stage fright into excitement? Yeah, or just feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm really excited to hear from you. I think that's it. We're done. Thank you so much once again. I wish you a great week, and hopefully see you next Tuesday at 22:22 for the next video. Mwah!